You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. I don't follow trends. Say that with my... Run it up. 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 Run it up.
I told my boss, it ain't no limit.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. 23 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 24. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oluwarie. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Being chased out left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. And It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal.
But as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s, that's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now gone. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. From 17 yards out. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw is Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
17.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now gone. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action with Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Courtland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He's going to air one out. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Hunt will try going up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Goff. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because with this group right now, this is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. Hey, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 20.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Baron Browning in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he will have a Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing now is Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I will take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. was a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the fourth quarter. That ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them during the game? It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So for Denver, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the side by my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my master.